So before this video starts, I want to give a shout out to June the Boon. He'll be the one recording for me. This man recorded Mass Effect 1 in 5 days, which I find amazing. He'll be the one recording Mafia 3. This time it'll be recorded on PC, so it's going to look far better than recordings from PS4. This guy just made my recordings on PC 1,000 times more efficient. If you look at my initial recordings compared to the majority, you can see some considerable improvements. June isn't just recording games for me, he also has his own gaming Sims channel. He's new, but I'd say he's far better than me when I started back in 2020. He doesn't have a whole bunch of videos to binge watch, but with time, no doubt he can surprise some of you. I will leave his link down in the description below. With all that said, enjoy this video. Rate this video, comment down below, and also subscribe because the next video will be the biggest video I've ever made. Now at first, this game worried me because for a while it seemed like a hiding and stealth simulator, but it proves to be much more than that. This is surely one of the most beautiful and most enjoyable games I've played in a while. Not just the way it looks, but great story along with character development and finally a good gameplay. As beautiful as this game is, the playstyle of this game varies in so many different ways. If a guard has a lantern, you can destroy that lantern, allowing the rats to eat him, or you can stealth your way past them without killing anyone. You want to create a decoy or distraction to save some ammo? Choice is yours. You want to kill the guy yourself? You can do that too.
He must have smelled the rabbit. Come on, quickly.
You go ahead. I'll catch up with you. Much faster than I am.
You're a grown man. How's a 15-year-old girl faster than you?
My dog. Who did this?
Okay, there's a couple of things wrong here. One, the game made it look like demons took that dog to hell or something. It was actually the rats that killed the dog. Look how bright it is outside. How is it that the rats even went outside? But what really perplexes me is the fact that you don't see a single rat. Also, for some reason, that dog wasn't devoured by the rats sooner. I mean, if you look at the boar, you can see its bones. Those rats eat you quicker than scarabs from the mummy. So since these rats eat you quicker than 1,000 piranhas, why didn't the rats finish off Leon?
Did he talk?
No, Lord Nicholas. He killed 2 of our men.
That's it? The men won wars and killed many men before. Robert the Rune gained leadership of this place for a good reason.
Where is he? I won't ask again. Where is your son?
Maybe he's in that building behind him. Seems simple enough.
Shh.
Hugo, it's me, Gabriel. Come here.
There is no way you didn't see them hiding behind that table.
Well. Where do you think you're going?
Saving the hero at the nick of time cliche. Also, I find it very convenient that Beatrice left Amicia and Hugo and came back with perfect timing. Why is that a sin? She's the mother of Hugo. She's the biggest alchemist in this village. Nobody saw her? She'll be captured in a little bit, so that means she's also wanted. Sorry, but you have to be brain dead to not be able to see someone moving in bushes and flowers.
We can't go.
Mother.
Maybe by throwing one of these pots.
Really?
For some reason, that guard doesn't hear them whispering.
Come on, come quickly.
I know I saw. Hey! Don't move!
Hey Beatrice, what did you say a minute ago?
Can go now.
It's too risky with Hugo. He's slower than us.
Clearly, the same thing can be said about you as well.
Madame, they are
Amicia,
here.
you have to take your brother to Laurentius.
The doctor?
Yes, to help me treat Hugo. He will look after you.
And what about you?
You
have
do
to
not
come.
need me, Amicia. You are.
But I do need you. I need you.
Hurry now. Follow the river. It will lead you to Laurentius.
Mother, no!
There's a couple of sins here. One, there's no reason why Beatrice couldn't go. She made it this far with her kids. Two, can someone tell me how the man was stabbed and killed right on the door when it was Beatrice on the door? Yes, this was to trick the player into thinking Beatrice is dead, but later we find out that's not the case. Also, for some odd reason, none of these grown warriors are able to capture a teenage girl running with a 5-year-old boy.
Deep breath. Jump.
That's a 5-year-old boy. Not only did he run as fast as Amicia, didn't get captured, but now he jumped into a river and somehow he swam until he successfully escaped. Listen, adrenaline can go a long way, sure, but for a little boy that's a whole different story.
Get inside, quickly!
I didn't see a lock on that door, so Amicia couldn't have locked it. Therefore, it makes me question the fact that nobody opened it.
What was that noise?
The AI in this game is as brain dead as Patrick from SpongeBob. You're going to tell me you didn't see a rock flying out of nowhere right in front of your face?
There's a crate up there.
The chain doesn't look very...
I do not like it when the game tries to hold my hand. Eventually, I would have figured it out. Make it make sense.
There are clothes you can change into upstairs. In a chest in the bedroom.
Are you sure?
And how convenient it is that these clothes fit Amicia and Hugo so well.
They fit you. Good. They belonged to my grandchildren.
This game is set in the 1400s. What teenage girl from that time is Amicia height and clothes size?
Anyway, I see you have a sling. You're going to need it. But it'll be no use to you in that state. Go to the backyard. You'll find some new strips of leather there. And feel free to use the workshop in the next room for your repairs.
This lady would be plot armor if it was a character. She allowed Amicia and Hugo in when they were at a dead end. She gave them clothes that by no means should fit them so perfectly. And now she has a workbench to upgrade Amicia's sling. You see him struggling with the weapon because of its weight and size. Yet he's able to swing it with one arm.
A monk. The other brother. We're going to have to climb up. I'll have to put the torch down.
No, please.
Calm down. There's a torch holder. We'll still have light.
But then what?
We'll find something.
Or you can have some common sense and grab the torch before you drop down. Hugo is 5 years old and he's using common sense. It's even more perplexing when in a few seconds you're going to say you need some fire.
I don't understand why there are so many fires. We need some fire.
Hey, there's movement. Hey! Don't expect me to give up on you.
Honestly, I hate it when devs add this annoying feature to their game. The game doesn't allow you to run whenever you want. Rats are about to make these two their next meal and for some reason I can't run as fast as I can. Why are there rats here when there's a whole continent worth of meat waiting to be devoured?
Who are you?
Magister Laurentius!
Stop right there. He's contagious.
Hugo. Here.
The Inquisition came. We lost everything. There was nothing I could do.
Of course. They came for him. An evil. An ancient evil courses through your family's veins. In its blood. Your mother and I attempted to slow its progress. But ever since the Great Break, the process has quickened. You must protect him, Amicia. Continue your mother's work.
Me? But how? My parents tried and now they are both dead. Leave me alone!
What the hell is wrong with you? That little boy is even more of a victim than you.
I'm not sure about this. It's working for now. All right, it worked. Soldier.
You're telling me that man didn't hear anything?
What about this chest? I saw powder, probably for alchemy. Useless. I can use it.
Now, why would a group of sword-fighting men have ingredients for alchemy? Why would there be chests filled with things none of these men will be using? Just so Amicia can use them? Convenience.
No, no, please don't.
The girl!
Just
the
be
girl!
thankful you're still alive. Huh? What do you mean, the girl? Come on, spit it out.
The girl's escaped! Her cage is open, everyone's looking for her!
Shit! Spread out! Watch the doors and stay on your toes. A cage doesn't just open like that. Might be the Valois doing.
Now's the time.
None of these men thought it would be a grand idea to stay with the boy. I mean, the thought of her trying to save her brother after she escaped wouldn't be too much to predict.
Don't slow down, Hugo! Follow Melly! Don't let them.
There's a couple of sins here. One, Nicolas doesn't appear until you start going up the ladder. It takes away the tension of being chased.
Amicia!
Don't let them get you!
Stop running! Deliver Hugo!
Also, if you want to capture those kids, you're making a very poor effort on doing so. It's almost as if you're letting them escape. And since you said you paid a ransom for them, I highly doubt you allowed them to escape.
Hugo, get in. I hope they can swim.
There is enough room for the 4 of them. Let go of the lever and the boat will be pulled to the other side. This is what I mean. This is only to make the game longer.
They were working on a very complex elixir that would allow him time to prepare.
And do you know how to do it?
I don't have their knowledge, but their work was inspired by a forbidden book.
And you say this now? A forbidden book that contains all the knowledge on how to stop the biggest threat in the story? Where have I seen this before? Honestly, this is one of the biggest cliches in any entertainment.
Perfect.
If I may be so bold, we know it comes from those rats, but what's it for?
We call this odorous.
Whoa.
Oh. That is just one of the effects of the episanguis, when we mix it with sulfur. But that's not what we are interested in.
So why don't we let our units use it, eh?
It is too precious! Each episanguis crystal must be kept for our project.
This man says it as if it's a rare commodity. Once it's introduced to the game, Amicia will be able to find it every time there's a dark area. Trust me, it's almost every time.
Far away. I'm on.
Either this man is the biggest douchebag or he's that deaf and lack that much self-awareness. Yeah, nice try, Des, but this is 505 years before needles injections became a thing. This is like Vitalis here using a car when this game is set in 1453. I know you're in a rush, but all the guards marching towards this area have been dealt with. Your father was tortured to death because he refused to open this door. Why was this door left open? These two won't even escape this way. That means there's another passage.
Got it! I can barely believe it.
You'd better believe it and get back quickly. They'll be here any second.
Not any second. They're literally right there in front of you.
I know you, Amicia de Rune. We have been watching your family for quite some time now, waiting for the macula in your brother's blood to finish its slumber. You could say, I have watched you grow up.
No, we have no chance.
Little idiot. What do you expect to do with that book?
Save my brother!
With your brother and that book, I can save the world.
Villains always think that they can save the world when they're only causing an extreme amount of harm. Also, you had all this time to get that book, and now that Amicia is on a quest to get it, you just so happen to need it? This is a massive convenient time if I ever saw one. He just told Amicia he pretty much watched her grow up. He had years to get his hands on that book. Lastly, why does he need the book anyway? Later, you'll see Vitalis will be able to complete his task without the book. If Vitalis really did look for the book this whole time, it was for nothing.
I believe your twins are back.
Melly! You found him!
More dead than alive. But yes.
Amicia, we came because, well...
Yes.
Arthur, you tell her.
After our little adventure with your heretic-burning friends, I ended up in an Inquisition cell. One day I saw the guards accompany a prisoner who looked the worse for wear. Those bastards wanted her to tell them where her son was, so they threatened her. And I heard her name. Beatrice de Rune.
Mother is alive? She's alive? You managed to get Arthur out?
It wasn't simple, believe me.
So you could...
Forget it. I was nothing. She's too important to the Grand Inquisitor. He, questions her A lot.
They torture her? Hugo mustn't know anything of this.
Even that she's alive? It might help him.
And what will we say when he wants to see her?
You can tell him she's been captured by the Inquisition. It will be damn near impossible to get her, but she is definitely alive. Lying to your only brother is not only betraying his trust, but it shows him he's far off better with his mother. The fact that nobody realized he was right in front of the open door is beyond me.
Who the hell are you?
The daughter of Robert and Beatrice de Roux.
Oh, no. Please. Please, help.
It wasn't dangerous.
It's safer this way. Here you go. He's all yours. He got what he deserved.
With good character development, a story can go a very long way. Amicia went from a 15-year-old girl who desperately missed her parents in the beginning, to running away from people trying to capture her brother, to actually being forced to land her first kill in order to protect Hugo and herself, to being completely unforgiving for what the Inquisition has done, to brutally turning off the lights so the rats can eat that person just to say that's what they deserve. I have to merit that.
Is he your father?
What are they doing?
Oh, that? They're just waiting for you to see your father's dead body one last time before it gets devoured. They have a really cool trick they want to show you.
These stairs. It takes me back to my childhood.
Well, that's good, because we're going to need your memories from back then.
Though it wasn't that long ago, Amicia doesn't remember those specific memories. But coincidentally, she will remember everything for this particular part of the game.
Why didn't she tell me? I would have understood. I would have... Ow!
I would have done the same thing, Amicia. She was an alchemist, and, you know, her mother protects her children, doesn't she?
Yes, protect her children. Keyword children. During this time, people didn't live as long as modern times, so their teenage years were considered adults. There is no reason as to why Beatrice hid the truth from Amicia even when the Inquisition came. She metaphorically gave her an AK-47 and threw her to the battlefield.
Lucas, I don't know if I can hold them. I'm nearly there. Lucas, I have nothing left. Lucas! What? What's happening?
All of a sudden, the biggest threat in the game stops because the elixir is done.
Here you go. It might be a little bitter.
Never mind. Drink it in one gulp. Very good.
So, am I cured now?
Well...
In any case, you'll soon be a lot better.
Amicia, will we never see Mommy again?
Oh, Hugo, I told you, she won't be coming back.
Amicia, you're a smart girl. You're telling me you didn't think he overheard you guys talking about his mother and you ain't want him to know Beatrice is alive? The fact that a 5-year-old would ask you about his mother again after you lost it and shouted out that both Beatrice and Robert are dead should concern you. Once everyone went to sleep, I knew Hugo wasn't going to be there. Jogging through a dark-looking alley to randomly find a village that looked deserted only to see your mother so Amicia can see Hugo. Yeah, by the first glimpse of this, I knew it was a nightmare. Devs, you have to do better than predictability. It's almost as if these Inquisition are either too dumb to realize how easy it is for a child to escape from them, or they're so cocky that they'll purposely allow Hugo to escape only to capture him again. Can you say brain dead?
For your blood shall nourish a new race of angels.
Gotta love how Nicholas is waiting for Hugo when he shouldn't be aware of Hugo following him.
So, that's my disease.
You're not sick, Hugo. It's a gift.
Which leads to my biggest question that contradicts the game. I can see why Vitalis or the Inquisition wants this power, but why are you trying to reduce this power Hugo has? If it's a gift, as you say, you wouldn't be trying to get rid of it.
Get through. Don't overdo it.
I'll try.
Now, how does that happen?
Just a child!
Hugo's controlling the rats and making the rats eat these guards. Why don't these guards have a torch with them? Yes, I'm aware I'm talking about guards that are pretty much brain dead and blind, but the fact that this guy is still marching towards Beatrice when his buddy was just devoured shows me there is brain dead as a Democrat in modern times.
Come on, let's get the braziers in place, starting with...
We already set the damn bracers. The fact that this game forces the player to set up again makes it feel like a chore.
Bastard! He gave himself up because you betrayed him. Thanks to him, Vitalis will soon be the sole carrier of the macula.
What? No! Hugo is the only carrier!
What? Blood now flows through the veins of the Grand Inquisitor!
Arthur, no!
Die!
Let me explain something about Nicolas right here. The man is human. He just knows how to fight. I want the devs to explain to me how he survived giant rocks falling on him like that. Also, why is Arthur still alive? If we go back a couple of minutes, Nicolas knocked out both Arthur and Amicia. He without hesitation killed Amicia's father, but killing a random thief is out of the question.
We got that bastard!
It's not confirmed. How about you smash his head with one of those stones to actually make sure? Dropping your guard near danger will surely be your own downfall.
No! Arthur!
You are no longer any use to me.
Did you really just lose sight of them when they were right in front of you?
Too bad he's forgotten who taught him everything he knows.
Shut up, you old fool! We're here to kill you, not listen to your speeches!
And yet look at you, walking towards me like lost sheep to their shepherd.
That's completely false. Every single one of these kids have been negatively affected by your very own deed. Melly just said they're here to kill you. They're not lost, they just want to finish what they started. This man's ego's showing after achieving this power.
Become one with them!
Is it me or the rats looking like water when it hits the ground? It even sounds like waves if I'm not mistaken.
No, it's impossible! You'll pay for this!
Usually when you throw a rock at someone's head, it normally kills them. This man is so old that he looks like he can play the Crypt Keeper from Tales from the Crypt without any makeup. Yeah, it'll take 3 hits to finally kill him. The game should have just ended like that. Tension rising from their expression and boom, done. But unfortunately we have to go through this senseless final chapter. The macula is still in Hugo, the process hasn't slowed down.
We have been watching your family for quite some time now.
Are you all right? Is that a joke?
Sam?
What's going on, Lambert?
I broke the news when I pulled him out of Iceland. He didn't take it well. Nobody would. Losing their own flesh and blood. And he'd never be the same again.
Grim, let me remind you, I'm out of the game.
You're not out. All it took was one hint about her. Only one hint about Sarah and you dove right back in.
Sarah. I thought you were dead. They told me you were dead.
You murdered her, Williams.
She was a target. You lost your perspective.
You are going to pay.
Really? You won't be the one to collect.
See you in hell. So tell me about Sarah, Grim. Tell me why you lied to me.